Hey folks, welcome back. I know we skipped a video for the October newsletter. We wanted to capture something for harvest so that you could see the actual process. This is the November newsletter, and we're finally getting to a point where there's fruit coming in pretty much a regular basis, and we're going to capture some of that later on, and hopefully in just a few moments. But just wanted you to know that yes, you've heard that it's been kind of a cool summer for us, a cool fall. Harvest was a little bit later, but here in the Santa Clara Valley, unlike other growing regions, we don't get the extremes that many of the regions get. We didn't get the heavy, hard rain. We didn't get hail. We didn't get any what we call shatter in the fruit. So our fruit yields are pretty much up to standard here. I think a week before last or so, we brought in about 10 tons of our estate Petit Syrah. We brought in 14 tons of our estate Zinfandel. Behind me is our Carignan. This is only one vineyard of Carignan. We have yet to bring this in. It's just getting ripe, and that's okay. We had a little rain last night, but it didn't do anything to shatter the fruit. So we're okay. We just don't have that extreme weather, which is why the Italian and the Portuguese immigrants that originally settled here picked this region, because of the temperate climate. And I can go on and on about different climates in California, why people shouldn't have planted in certain places, but at least here we can usually count on a pretty good yield year after year, even though we had a coolish kind of spring. All right, so a little bit on crush a little later on. Now, that's what we've experienced this fall. What we're going on to next, as you know, is we're coming well into the holiday season. November is a great time to come to the winery and pick up that Pinot Noir for your turkey or whatever. I think we'll be releasing a 2008 Syrah here very shortly, which we source from the San Lucia Highlands, which is very nice. So a lot of nice wines coming on board. Good time to come in, get ready for that Thanksgiving dinner, number one. Number two, of course, December means the holiday gift fair. And that begins December 3rd and 4th. And also the 10th and the 11th. So those first 2 weekends are when you want to come down for the gift fair, because that's where the big event is. I mean, there's music, there's food, there's caroling, there's Santa, there's all that kind of stuff. Now, bear in mind, the gift shop, the holiday gift shop, is open through December 30th. So if you don't make the gift fair, the holiday gift shop is open every day from 10 to 5, up to Christmas Eve, and then a little bit after, a little bit up to New Year's Eve as well. So there's plenty of time to shop. Now, the thing about coming sooner than later is that you're going to get first pick on all the neat, unique gifts that are available. Christmas-oriented and other. There's a nice blend of everything. And the other neat thing is that after Christmas, we run a sale. So before New Year's, you can come back in and get some really neat price breaks on gifts like, well, what my wife and I do is we'll buy stuff all year round for family members when we find something at a great price. Well, here's a great opportunity to do that as well. So having said all that, we know about the harvest this year. We're out here on an outstanding day in the Carignan. We're going to go look at something being crushed. You know about the gift fair, and we're good to go. So here we are. We just brought in a couple, it looks like about 4 tons of fruit from Tom Cruise. We buy some Cabernet Sauvignon from Tom, and this is the process we go through for our original. Bring the fruit in, we do destemming, and after we destem, it goes into the crusher. And after the crusher, it goes into the fermentation bins, and you're going to see that in just a second. Meanwhile, you can see how everybody's involved in this process, where here's the bin flipping over into the destemmer right now. And, cab, you have to destem cab. You can't whole cluster ferment Cabernet Sauvignon. It's just too woody. And many of you may know that Cabernet is a very earthy variety, and so here it goes through the stemmer. And I don't know how these things work. I don't know why they work, but they work. And so the fruit will be taken off all these stems. And there's George. George is our president and wine master, oldest brother of the 3 brothers, and here's the resultant fruit coming into the fermentation bin. And that's kind of how it works. And then off the chute out here in the back that you can see are the stems going into the old truck. And those stems will be actually recycled out into the vineyard. So they'll be put out in the vineyard and they'll be cultivated back into the ground. And that's one of the reasons why we are one of the oldest sustainable wineries in California.